The characters of the story: father, mother, brothers, and sisters. Rich man's family, rich man's servant, rich man's lawyer, judge, and the young narrator.
There was a family that lived in a small town on the island of Luzon. Their father's farm had been destroyed in 1898 by one of the Philippine floods. They had a very rich neighbor with 2 children that rarely came out of the house. Their rich neighbor also had a tall house that his children could look in the window of their house and watch them play, sleep, or eat when they had food to eat. The rich man's servant usually cooked special food and the children smelled the yummy aroma of the food. They always stay in the window to smell the spirit of the food. Soon, a couple days passed and the rich man's children got thin and anemic, while the happy children got robust and full of life.
One day, the rich neighbor looked at the children one by one. "My sisters, my brothers." Then he banged down the window and immediately shut all of them. From that day, he never saw the children once again. The windows of the neighbor's house were always closed, but they can still smell the aroma of the food the servants were cooking. One morning, policemen from the presidences came to their house with a sealed paper. The rich man had filed a complaint against them. His father took him to the town clerk and asked what the complaint was all about. Then the man claimed that we are stealing the spirit of the rich man's wealth and food.
The day comes that they need to appear in court. We were the first to arrive then. Father sat on a chair in the center of the courtroom while his mother occupied the chair by the door. The children sat on a long bench by the wall. The rich man arrived. He had grown old and his face was scarred with deep lines. With him was his young lawyer. Spectators came in and almost filled the chairs. The judge entered the room and sat on a high chair. They stood up in a hurry and then sat down again.
The judge asked if the father had a lawyer with him, and the father replied that he did not need one. The lawyer of the rich man starts it with the question. The father agreed that they inhale the spirit of the food. He also agrees that his children grow strong and limp, while the rich man's children grow thin and pale. He asked if he could see the complainant's children. Then the children arrived shyly in the courtroom, looking thin and pale. The father asked the judge if he could examine the complaint. Then the judge let him. He asked questions to the complaint and he agreed on all of it. The father walked across the room of the hall with the judge's permission. In his hand is a hat full of coins. The sweet twinkle of the coins carried beautifully in the courtroom. The spectators looked at it with wonder. The father asked the complainant if he heard the spirit of the money. The complainant answered yes. The father then said that they are paid.
The rich man tried to talk, but then he fell on the floor without a second, and his lawyer rushed to his aid. The judge pounded his gavel and said that the case was dismissed.